Okay, hopefully this is live. Work. I don't know how long the delay is on this, so we'll see. Cool, I'm live. I can see now from the chat. I'll try and watch the chat. Doesn't mean to say I'm going to be able to stay on top of it, but hi. We can see and hear. All right, right. Let's. Oh, good. Let's see what we can do. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be porting a lump of code from GitHub to RISC OS. So this is a very, well, relatively simple disassembler for ARM code. It looks like it should be able to work. I've had a very quick skim over it. I have no idea if it's actually going to be okay. I will find out. I've started with the barest minimum on this, so we shall see. Okay. So let's start out. I am starting out from the very, very beginning here. I don't even have it checked out. So switch over to a terminal. Come on, move to terminal. Great, my hotkey isn't working. That is not ideal. Yeah, hotkey works now. All right, well, we're on the terminal. Okay, so and you have to click in the window. CD external. Right, so this is where I keep all of my random things that I've been porting and generally doing stuff with. In fact, we've actually got a ports directory that has some things in. We'll put it in there. Git clone this. Git, please. Okay, and then let's have a look at it in an editor. Easiest way to do that. Let's switch to the editor. Go on, switch. Yes, switched. And then add the directory. Come on, how do we do that? Yeah. All right, well, we'll try it this way then. Subler pen DOM, sorry. Well, that's frustrating. It's put it into a new. Maybe it's because I told it to put it in a new window. Yeah, this is going well. Don't worry. Don't worry. What could possibly go wrong? Let's not try putting it in a new window. Right, okay. Well, in which case we'll do that and we'll tell it to swap the windows. Switch to that and click. Yeah, I know how to work these things. This is the first time I've been doing this, so it's going to be a little bit hairy, but I'm sure we'll get somewhere. Gotcha. Right, we have some source code. I have no idea how this builds either. I wonder if I should try and build it. Let's see, what's the README say? README says it's fairly straightforward, blah, 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 blah. You do something like this, and you can also do it with Python. Fair enough. One of the reasons that I have chosen this is because it's BSD license, which means I can use it in anywhere I want with just a attribution, which is good. So, okay, let's try and build it. Let's go back to here. CD DOM, make. Okay, so it's building some of the source files from from Python apparently. It's using C99, so I might have to work that down a little bit. That looks like it's a table. It's taking a while. This doesn't bode well for building on RISC OS. I wonder how big that file is. So that was in Tubble. Have you not updated the files? One project. Hasn't given me a refresh option. This is running a little slowly, which may be something to do with the fact that I'm also compiling at the same time. Well, I don't know how that's meant to work then. Oh. That's the make file. This is going to be a very unexciting stream, I suspect, if this is how we're going so far. No matter. Oh, right, okay. Meanwhile, in the terminal, we have a compiled version. So, with a libdarm.so and a .a, which looks pretty good. Yeah, it's built a whole bunch of things, which is nice. So, yes, Dave, it's stupid C99. I have a very old compiler. I'm sure if Rule wish to release their newer, more modern compiler, that would be wonderful, but I don't have that just yet. Okay, so let's start out. What should we do? Let's create a RISC OS directory. So this is where we're going to dump all the RISC OS stuff. And we'll create some symlinks for things. So for I in $star.c, create me a symlink to that file in the C directory. That's going to fail because I don't have a C directory yet. H as well. Okay. Symlink for all the C files. Symlink for all the H files as well. Right, so in here we've got C and H directory. Whoops, I clicked something wrongly here. Oh, sorry, I just clicked the editors wrongly and it's resized the window. Right, we've got a C&H file. So, RISC OS project. I'm going to create a new project here. I don't remember how to do that. RISC OS project. Create a new project of type. Can't remember what the type is. Lib. Because it's a library, and give it the name, it's DARM, isn't it? D-A-R-M. We'll just call it that. Yeah. Do we need any other options to that? I don't need a skeleton file, I just want the make file creating. So we've created a make file. So, just show that make file. That's got like just the basics in there that's going to export some things and the like. We will want some header exports. I wonder what headers we've got. The README said something about what the files were, didn't it? What header I needed to include. darm.h. So I'll look in that. That also includes the armv7 table. That was the thing that was being generated, which includes darm table. That one there. And that includes studint. I won't have studint, but we can make one. Yeah, all right. Let's go back to the terminal. Go back to the terminal, please. Oops, that's not the right file. That's my release from yesterday. Back to the terminal, and then ammo. Oh, I don't need build play 2. Yeah, it can't build because studint32, studint.h doesn't exist. So we'll just quickly build one. Studint. Edit that. Okay. There we go. This is student. 16 June 54. Wow, yes, it's that late already. If in Gerph stood int. And they're probably going to want something like type def int32. Oh no, wrong way around. I remember how to write C. And we'll just give it some. Oh, I've done that one wrong as well, haven't I? Because that's not a. That's a int32. There we go. So at least got something now. Oh yeah, of course you can't see that because I've been editing it in the terminal. I have to remember to keep switching the terminal. That's quite annoying. Right, so I've basically just written that file, which you couldn't see. Sorry. So with that file there, in theory, go back to the terminal again. Ammo. Superfluous comma in enum. Yeah, that's a problem with our declarations. So let's go back to Sublime again. Actually, what I might do here is to back key. Yeah, I think that's the one. And then to here. Which sequence was it? Back key. Oh, there we go. Right. Okay. So now I've got both on the screen at once. Hopefully they're big enough for people to be able to read. I mean, I'm assuming that. Maybe I need to make the text in this one a bit bigger. Let's just bump that one up a bit. Yeah, I probably also want to just make it just a little bit higher. Well, just so it avoids me. There we go. Not that anybody cares to see me, but. Oh no, that did not work. That was not the right choice. How about that one? That's kind of visible. That's all right. Just do that. Now I've gone all purpley. No, that's all right. Fine. Okay, we'll survive with that. Right. So I want darmtable, which I can't see. There it is. Darmtable. And it hasn't. You need to make this a bit smaller, don't I? Oops, it's all a little bit laggy. Right, anyway, line 907. Okay, so there's an extra thing on the end there. Back over here, rebuild. Okay, we're getting a bit further. Right, this looks like C99 type problems. Ooh, there's a lot of them. Probably a declaration in the of a variable in the meantime. Right, H. So a couple of those. Let's go fix those. Line 71. Yeah, one there. One here as well, I can just see that. And then 179. uint 16 and uint 8 are also required. All right, let's pop back to our studint file and we can add those in. Uh, 16, short. Probably I should have added these to my compiler environment some time ago, but I just haven't needed to. And some chars, please. That isn't right, is it? Because that's unsigned. Chars are unsigned by default, so I need to do that to get a signed char. Right, so those are the ones that were there, and that was the declaration that was missing. All right, let's do that again. Still a load of them. Lower precision in wider context. That might mean I'm defining something wrong there. Thumb2 decoder. Line 57. Oops, I typoed that. That's correct. It's actually, yeah, we're using things in a wider context and it's got lower precision on that. That is actually fair. Right, yeah, here we go, 144. This is where they've started doing C99 specific variable initialization. So this is easy enough. We can just move some things around. It's highly likely there'll be a lot of these. So we'll just keep going. If anybody does have any questions about things I'm doing or random other things, just feel free to ask in the chat and I will look over every so often and see if that's actually live and stuff. I'm assuming we're live. Right, anyway, lower precisions, 283, that looks like another one. I can't type 283. Yeah, same thing. So they're using this void W as a way to avoid arguments that aren't used or being warned about. Next one is at 553. Same problem. Yeah, this is not too bad. Admittedly, this is only one file and we haven't got anywhere useful yet. Right, so that's 553. 589 as well. Yep, here. I wonder if we can just search for bracket void space. Bracket void space and see if that. Ah, there we go. There's another one. No, that doesn't have anything else in it, and that's the end of the implementation there. Now we're into Thumb2. So let's just start out by just looking for those. Oh, there aren't any. Okay. Thumb2. Warning, 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 warning. 599. Explicit declaration inside the for statement. Just take that out. Probably we've got one of those. So let's quickly look for that. Find for bracket int. No others coming up. Break not in loop or switch statement. 602. That isn't a loop. That's because it's got confused about the parsing. So let's do it again. Okay, we got to another file. DOM 110. Yeah, this is another declaration. Actually, the easiest way to do this one is just to put some braces around it. I mean, I could move it earlier on. Yeah, I'm going to move it earlier on. It's rather than indenting the whole section. It won't change the actual performance or anything because it's all initialized at runtime. Although that does look like it's using the binary initialization, which we don't support, which is frustrating. Okay then, yeah, we can do it this way, can't we? Actually. One, two, three, four, five, 5 bits, minus bit 2, minus bit 1, minus no bits. Okay, that's a little bit tacky, but it'll do for now. Okay, next problem. Oh, right. Okay, that's an initializer problem. That's frustrating. Yeah, we don't support initializers by variables. So, by index. What's the easiest thing to do there? Okay. Designated initializers, yes. Okay, let's just there. Oops, too many blinks. Eight, 12, 16. There we go. There's 32 initializers. And it's the last 3 that are being set to 1. Yes, that's so very awful, I know. Magic table constructed based on section A61 of the ARM manual. Nice. At least referenced where it's come from. That's quite cool. Right. Build it again. See where we go to here. 149, that's just down here. Yeah, again, same sort of thing. Those initializers are going to fail as well. That one as well. Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll copy that to here. Put that there. And then do these each initialized individually, and then this one, I'll need to do the same thing, won't I? I can't move the initialization up there because if I move it up to the top, as I have just done now, there, stratum mnemonic may not actually be valid at that point. Oops, too many semicolons. Right. Oops, I've still got a semicolon there. Right. Delete that, semicolon there. Copy all of those. And then it's args bracket equals. I could probably have just done a mem copy. No matter. And then this one's just a plain initialization. Oh, there's another one there. Thank you for that. Not all the libraries are this tedious. I mean, I had a similar problem to line noise when I ported that. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, probably could have been. Don't know whether it's actually going to be manipulated though, Dave. I'm going to just keep with what the code is at the moment. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it to the point where it'll actually compile. Once it can compile, I can start finding out what other oddities there are. I mean, this might take another like half hour or so. I'm hoping not, but we will see. I'm also beginning to cook. It's actually quite a warm day. You should be outside in the sun. I'm sure people would tell me. Line 200. Oh, it's another initializer there. Oh, that's fine. Just copy that bit on there. Popcorn. Well, I'm glad you've got popcorn. Maybe I should have brought myself some snacks. I've got a couple of sweeties here, but I thought it'd be a bit rude to be eating on camera. I've forgotten where I was. I was down at 200 somewhere. Okay. So that was the 200s. I think it got confused around 203. Yeah, it looks like it's the char CH there. That's no initializer. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of these, aren't there? 461. Oh, jumped a little way through the file. 461. Right. Okay, so this time it's only scoped to this if statement. So I'm just going to rescope it like that. 461, 485 next. There's another one down there, is there? Yeah, there's one. So that's another one that's probably easiest to just be rescoped. I hope this is actually readable. The window's jumping back and forth. What I'll do is I'm going to go and just resize that down a little bit and see if it works any better. Just being asked if I'd actually had some lunch. I had a little bit of lunch. I probably should have had more. I had some cereal though, so I have actually eaten today, which is a bonus. 563. I did also think maybe I should do a implicit found but char. Oh, it's got another char there. Right, this is just for the return, so I'm just going to go and rescope this as well. I did actually think I should make a little gone to lunch banner to put up whilst I'm taking a small break or whatever, if I have to pop to the toilet or something. But I don't know how people do this. I don't watch people's live streams. No. Inventing built-in count CTZ. What's CTZ? I thought CLZ can count leading zeros. What is CTZ? Count trailing zeros. Okay. Count trailing zeros is find the lowest bit and tell me how many bits that is along. I may just implement that as a lazy search just for sheer ease. I'm sure there's a little mathematical trick to it, but I don't know that one off the top of my head. Highest bit set I know how to do, but I don't know how to do lowest bit set. I think I thought it's highest bit set was the x and x minus 1, and not x minus 1. Or maybe that is lowest bit. I don't know. Be 1 1 1 1 1. P equals P and not P minus 1. 32. Dave's trying to work it out, but having to wait for Xcode to start up. How do I? Is it bin? Bin? Actually, that does look like lowest bit. I would still have to do a lookup on that anyway. I could do that, that's not a problem. Anyway, that wasn't the immediate problem. We're working our way from the top to the bottom. So this is inventing in im. That means I've rescoped something wrongly. Count leading bits is LSB x minus 1. Yeah, I rescoped that just a little bit short of where I needed to. I'm still pointing at the wrong place, aren't I? I'm sharing the wrong screen. Hang on. Thank you for the links, people. I've lost what I'm doing now. Yeah, another simple inline instruction, inline initializer rather. I. Build it again. That one's annoying. That's, yeah, a change in how the things work. In C99 is 588, that's here. Hang on, what? Have I got confused? Little confused there, as that's line 588 and that's that one. So something's up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the next one and see what's. So that's in the right place. Wonder if it's one of these initializers or something in that function. It doesn't know. I'll have a look for the variable later. Right, we're just down to the CTZ and that error. All right, so let's have a search for bracket. I'm just going to change it to that. It means the same thing, doesn't it? Oh, it does, yes, but of course I'm, finding problems in a new file. 182 in ARM7. So this is in the generated code. Arguably, I should change the generator if it is generated code. $182. Oh gosh. Well, that's fun. Dave's just sworn as well. Right, okay. So what did we do to... Was it darm gen that generated this table? Darm v7. Actually, let's look at the make file. Oh, all right. So they all... Darm gen, darm tuple 2. They all seem to be just generating code. And all one's included from another, apparently. So... V7 tuple. Oh, this will be an easy project. Yeah, of course it will. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, what was I looking at? This is the... Oh, it was the C file I was looking at, sorry. So I'll line it to, it's whilst we're initializing ARM v7 format strings. v7 that's the extern. That looks like the declaration. And we're sorting all the lines, which means they're going to get sorted by their name, which is interesting. All right, so I'm going to need a bit more space to work with here. So, infinite strings. Where's fucking strings initialized? Generate format strings. That's a fair function name. Well, this all looks kind of cute, actually. Sorry, just saw somebody mention that I was live coding. Probably Dave. He's struggling with live coding. I think probably is a better phrase here. Yeah, so I need to know what all these I-blars are, which I'm assuming are actually initialized in there somewhere, but are they initialized in here? No. Look for IADC. Yeah, there's... That's just a list of references to them, not a enum. Or is it an enum? I don't know. DARM instruct-t. Let's have a look at that. Being here. No. It's defined in there as an enum of them. Okay. Didn't really want to do that, but fine. Right, is that not what it was called? DARM tuple.h. Is that not defined in this file? is, oh, and it comes from instructions. Instructions names enum, and then we count them. Okay. I was hoping they'd put it into a structure that we could actually get. Oh, okay. Okay then. And then instruct count on the top. That's fair enough. So it's instruction names. We'll go back to where we were. Yeah, we're reopening this file so many times here. Not actually going to matter. Whoop. Names equals if I remember right, that was giving us a list of all the names which are in order. And therefore, oops, wrong way. I didn't mean that either. Where was I? One of these files. Click on it instead. Oh, I'm there now. Oops. Right, so that's a list of names. So that means that actually I can enumerate it. I just do an enumerate, can't I? So if I do enumerate that, I'm forgetting my Python. Is that correct? Yeah, that is exactly what I want. I want the index of each of them, and then I can just assign that to a dictionary, except I want them the other way around. Oh, the other way around. So bracket name comma index for name. Oops, no, that won't do the right thing. Index comma name. Right. Yeah, this is horrible. I'm sorry. Also can't type. Instruction name to index. Actually, should I also have one that's... Let's actually do it that way around. The lag on this is a bit irritating. I've just been reminded that I'm going almost an hour. Really makes me think I'm doing really well. No, I am doing well, I know. It's just, it's an hour, blooming heck. No, it's for 45 minutes. That's nearly an hour, yeah, good enough. Yeah, what I wanted to do here was instra index to name dot items. There we go. I'll just reverse them all. Right. So having got that, I can do the initialization using one of those. I need to find where it's actually. See, they're not just instance names, they're I names, aren't they? See, what does instructions contain? Right, instructions does contain just the instruction name itself. That's okay. Okay. So actually what I'm doing here I want them ordered by the index. So for index in instra index to name, but I want that sorted. Oh, I also not just the index, I want the name as well. Items. So that'll get me the index and the name, so I'll have them all sort that as well. Too hot. There's a slight breeze outside and that's it, which is a bit sad. Right, so step through them in index order. Then I want to assign them based on that. So I'll look up the format string. So format extra for name equals extra bracket extra name. Look it up. And then I can use, that's actually not a format string, that's a format string list. They've used the same variable name for both the list of them and for the format string itself. So let's just pop that out of there, please. Oops. Yeah, laggy. I suppose capturing the screen and my video is probably doing that. I'm not sure it's really necessary to have me on here, although it is quite nice. And then we can write out the actual line. me just copy this and comment it out. So I've got what the original was. Oh, hang on, I want the whole lot. Oops. I'm hoping that there's not much more of this, because I didn't want to be spending my time faffing with this sort of editing. But that's the way it goes. Lines.append, bracket quote, 1, 2, 3, 4. We already know the index, so we're just putting in %s, comma, and then we'll put in a comment saying what the instruction is, which we can do with %s there, like that. And then format that as instra name. No, instra name comes last. It's from extra goes first. Oops. Likelihood of this working? Don't know. I need to take off the sorted from this now, because we've already sorted them. I'm just going to add those to the following files ignored by your GitHub files. Yeah, fair enough. Does that mean that I've modified a file that is generated? Right, okay. Because I've edited a file that's generated, I'm going to go and destroy it by doing this. So I need to go and fix that, I guess. S invalid and O invalid. No. Invalid. Not in there. Not in there. Not in there. Okay, that probably means that it's a generated string in the... Okay, let's look for DOM shift type. I realise I'm doing two things at once, but... okay. Oh, no, stupid. The reason is that I just haven't added H files in. There we go. But we've ignored some other files, and okay, that's not good. DARM internal.h I have modified. Cached. Oops, server null. Yeah, okay. I'll get to see what the differences are though. If I just do a make, yeah, it was telling me it was wrong. Called from extras. invalid was 0, wasn't it? So if we just do get bracket, comma, 0. Oh, yeah, I give it a bigger, longer name than that. There we go. Int object is not iterable. Oh, yeah, because it's actually just bracket there. Ooh. Okay, but was that file at all correct? I don't know where it is now. Which one is it? Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. And it was the big assignment here. Here we go. Yeah, that doesn't help me, does it? I know what I'm going to do. Right, okay, let's CP. Oh no, I'm not already in there. CP B7. I wonder if there's going to be equivalent of this for thumb. As new file. Actually, no, I'd be better off doing it the other way around. Stash everything. Do a build again. V7 double C old C. Right, so all I've done there is I've got myself. Yeah, that one shouldn't have been added, that file. It probably should be in git ignore, I think. But we're doing on stash. There we go. Make again. Oh. Old not C. It's trying to build all the C files and link them together, which is not a great idea if you've got duplicate file. Right, diff old against dot not C against arm v7 double C. That one. Is that the old? No. What? I'm not sure why the diff came up. I got a problem with less there. I've had a problem with less recently for doing things like that and not thinking that my terminal was exited. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, in which case then let's just throw it into a comparison tool. Come on, load up. Here we go. Come on. Can you resize, please? Kind of want to see the rest of the window. Whoop, you're wiggling. Right, let's close that and try it again. Wow, I don't know why that's so bad, but no matter. This actually looks okay. Because all the ordering of them, yeah, with some exceptions, is the same. LDM, yeah, LDM comes before those ones there. It's just slight ordering difference on this, but this is how they'll have come out in the actual tables. If I just have a look in the, was it darn.h? Is that where the file was actually defined? I can't remember where they were defined. Was it in here? Yes, this is the we want I's, not T's. Yeah, I underscore bar. Yeah, it's definitely, my machine is definitely feeling unhappy at the moment. What I could try is dropping the camera. No, that's not much better. Well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm coping at the moment. It's not too bad. I was looking for the LDMs though. So MCR then MCR2 is the order it has it in this file, and the order we're writing them out is MCR then MCR2, whereas in here they've got them in a different order. So although in this one they were actually being written out to the right place, in the other side they're now being ordered correctly. All of which means that, in theory, I've got a file now that should compile. Oh dear. RISC OS ammo. And now I've got my superfluous commas again. Right, that is in H darn double. That's this one here. That line, where was it? I've forgotten already. 907. So it's the DARM encoding type. DARM inc type. I'll have a quick look in there. So that's the instruction types table here. It's just printing it out. Oh no, the table is that typed table is actually the function I want. Typed table, not typed F table. And by joining them with a comma. Let's go. Hang on, what? I'm a little confused there because that shouldn't produce that, should it? No, that must be a different thing. Let me look back again. Maybe there's another use of that. Types table. That's definitely the one. And it goes into type table. And that goes into text wrap. Let's just cut it off. If text bracket -1 is a comma, take it off. That's a little tacky, but didn't fail. Mutter. Doop doop doop. Am I being stupid here? It does look like, I'm not sure it's even wrapping it the same way. Maybe that's not even the right thing. Well, let me find out. There's always a simple way to find out. There we go. No, no, don't do that. Make it. Yeah, that's completely different. That's not the right code. That's why I'm not changed it properly. Okay then. Well, I'm assuming it hasn't anyway. Let's just quickly check that one. Yeah, that hasn't changed that code at all. So I've been looking at the wrong thing. That's okay. Let me just quitting a couple of things to give me a little bit more speed. I can't close that. That's the chat window. I need to see that. All right, we'll see how we're going. We'll see. We'll see. Why don't I look at it from the other direction? Info colon. There we go. Type encoding enum. If text bracket -1 no. Random symbols, it's just like writing Perl. Right, so the reason for that is because text is a list of all of the strings for each of the elements, and I want the last element of that list and the last character of that element of the list. And that should then give me an entry that is without the final comma. How very stupid. Let's go some now. Okay, we're getting a little further. ARMv7. We're back to actually working on some real C code now. ARMv7, line 931. So I think this is a place I... No, this isn't a place I've changed. Just checking where the CPU usage is going. It's all going to OBS, it looks like, which is understandable. Right, where was it? Let me shrink this back down again. 931, and that should be a lot. No, something further up has been a problem. 378. Yeah, same again. That looks like locally scoped values, although they are using bit sequences again, which is a bit of a pain. On the plus side, those look like they look like variables like that, so I could just hash define them. That's a little bit tacky, I know, but I could. Is that as far as oh no, this is quite long. Oh no. Yeah, fine. I'm sorry for the large indentation. Alright, so we should be getting a lot of errors for the B variable names now as well. Of course, it's linked because it doesn't need to link the variables, the constants. Although I didn't see any undefined variable messages. Is that B syntax valid? Have I been stupid? I might have missed that one and completely forgotten it. Anyway, It said there was an example program we could use. So what we'll do is we'll just have a look at that program and see whether we can make one. If I can resize the blooming window to be a bit bigger, please. Yeah. Right, because everything's a bit laggy, you've got to wait a bit longer before you start dragging. Right, so this was the basic example that they gave. Oops. Let's just create a new file, it'll be quicker this way, won't it? New file, please. Example.c. Dump that in there. Right. Okay. Project. Create a new project of type CApp. No, command, sorry. Command line tool. I've named DOM. That'll do for now. And the output is makefile example. FE1. Right, I don't know how to work RISC OS project. You can't give the makefile. Right, in which case I'll just move the old one out of the way. This is a thing that I've had. Actually, we'll make makefile lib and makefile example. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Oops. Move makefile example. Right. Of course, the makefile example has actually built it with all of the extra things in here. Oh, I accidentally gave that example .c. That was a silly thing. I think that's a problem with how Sublime manages text files. It always gives them the extension, even if you've put them in a different place or given an explicit name. Right. You finished? You done the rename? Oh, except I want to actually change it so I'm actually using it, don't I? Right. I just need o.example, and I need to include c colon o.libdarm dot. No, it's not. Lib. Can't type. Dot libdarm dot o. Libdarm. And includes should be. Make RISC OS ammo minus f make file example. Don't know how to make. Well, what did you call it then? Clean. Libdarm .o.libdarm. Oh, just called darm, not darm at that level. Because of course that's otherwise redundant. Right, so build the library again. Now build the example. Oh, yes. Build the library in export mode. You have to actually export it to the library, to the external library, rather than just build it locally. Right, we do actually want a number of libraries to be exported. We want darm.h. We also want some more. Darm.h includes something else, doesn't it? ARM7 table. An ARM7 table includes... that's annoying because it includes studint, and I won't have studint outside of this. But it will be in this directory. It'll be fine. I'm sure we'll just cope with that for now. I'll worry about other problems later. So darm tuple and armv7 tuple. Make files, that's what make files looking at. Darm tuple. Armv7 tuple. It's a pity we don't have quite such a good structure inside AMU to handle this sort of thing. So I'd do this usually with a better set of rules inside GNU make, but and of course if I was using one of the other make systems it would have been even easier. This might not even copy properly, I'm not sure. armv7 tuple. I do occasionally have problems with the copy tool. I've written 6 over now. Dum dum dum. Don't know how to make it up down. Oh, that's because I missed one. Okay then. Oh yeah, all right. Make it with. Sorry, that's built the library. Now I need to build the executable. For example. Come on. Example, and I need it to build 32-bit as well. And there's me counts trailing zeros. And that's it. We're on to the hard stuff now. It's pineapple juice. Ooh, chilly. Yeah, so I'm just going to throw in the no coffee. Don't drink coffee. I rarely ever have coffee, which is quite terrible. But I do like pineapple juice. which probably means I need to order some more. I get through a lot of tea though. Right, yeah, so I was in the process of just doing this very simple count trailing zeros, wasn't I? So let's just we'll just create it in here. I'm sure there will be a nice little library to do it, but just for now, include uint 42t built in. I think it's built in. Hang on, I've already forgotten that thing. It's probably just returning an int, isn't it? Since so lowest bit equals value, and oops, that should be a not in there. I was going to do. I don't have dictionaries in C. I was going to do this with a little thing. Oh, to hell with it. Okay, Dave has given me a little link here. With a multiplication in ARM. Oh, that's just cruel. Yeah, let's use it. It's certainly going to be more efficient than this. Where's my window gone? I just need to pull this out of your out of the other thing. Oh, where's Slack gone? Got another Slack on here. Oh balls, I don't actually have a Slack. Can I transfer this to me? Come on, I just want to copy it out. Well, I can't easily copy it out, so I'm going to be lazy. I'm sorry, Dave. I will just be lazy on this. Oh, that's frustrating. He says there's a character limit on there. It doesn't matter. It's not like it's a big deal anyway. If value and 1, shift it left, I. Should never get to that point anyway. That should be the same implementation, I think. I'm sorry, Dave. I clearly haven't installed the Slack app on this machine, which is frustrating. I'll worry about it later. So I want to add this to. I'm going to add to the library since it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to be outside that. TZ. Not trailing zeros. No, I want to build the library. Now I can build the example code. CTZ. Confused now. Don't know why that's not finding it if it was built into the library. In particular, the rescan option should cause it to have gone back through it. This one's got built-in CTZ. List the symbol table. From the 32-bit file. Oops, no, from there, please. It's not going to work if I do it that way. Just put quotes around it. Yeah, so just to be clear, that was RISC OS libfile supports looking up variable names. So that will look up from my host environment and find it. Okay, it's not actually been exported. Is that because it's got double underscore in it? Or have I just been stupid? Let's just call it that and see if that... You have to do the export, if otherwise it just builds it locally. Right. So we have a 50k executable. Yeah, fair enough. Should we try running it? Well, that didn't work. Abort on data transfer somewhere in Darmstra. What do we try and do? Okay, so let's make this window a little bigger so we can see what's going on. So it was in the middle of Darmstra, and it got two parameters and tried doing something with an L and an L and a comma. Don't know what that is. And then data aborted by trying to write to 0 with a value of 16.7A4. All right then. I guess we go and have a look and see what's going on there, don't we? I wonder if I can... I'll turn trace block on and then we'll get a little bit more info out of it. It runs a little bit slower, but that's better. Right. Okay, so it wasn't actually telling us very much else. It was in this block here. But R7 contains the address 0, and this one here is the one that's trying to store 0, so whatever this was trying to do appears to be the thing that's gone wrong. And it had literally just entered Darmstra. And whatever's in R7, R7's coming through from... Where does R7 come from? R7 hasn't been initialized. If it's not initialized, it's not going to work. I've just been told that we've also ordered more pineapple juice. So that's good. I'm actually very confused now because that... Yeah, I don't... Oh, unless it isn't initialized, which is always possible. I may have converted the code wrongly. This is one of the places that I changed the code. That looks like garbage to me. I think I should have done that. I think I just made that as 6, not 7. I'm pretty sure that's me being stupid. Right, build the library, build the binary, example code. Just checking out the chat. And then run it again. And okay. Fair enough. I'll have to actually have a look at that and see if that's right or not. 42, 42, 42, 42. So I didn't need to go into basic, did I? It doesn't matter. 42, 42, 42, 42. Submy. R4, R2, 204. Whee! Okay, so we have a very, very rudimentary disassembler that works for at least one instruction. I mean, it's not wonderful, but we've got somewhere. What's that then? 1 hour, 40 minutes. Okay, status. Right, so I think at this point I need to reset /dom internal.h because that shouldn't be added. Add c h make files. RISC OS project create git. Right, so that's added my git ignore and git attributes to hide some of the other bits and give them the correct types. And I want to go and push. I didn't fork the repository. I didn't fork the repo, so I'm going to have to do that now. So let's go back over to this thing. Yeah, there we go. To here and fork it. No. I don't know that I have a passkey on here. Give me a moment. GitHub. Copy password. Paste the password. Press the magic button. Oh, use security key. Press the button. Yeah, I pressed the button. Press the key. Come on. Thank you. Right, that was way more hassle than it needed to be. Yeah, fork. Everything ran really slow. Oh dear. Move things off the screen as well. There we go. Create a new fork. Darn. Hi Andrew. Yes, just so you know, we've now got a very, very rudimentary tool that will now disassemble at least a single instruction as a simple binary. Took a reasonable amount of time, but we're there. So so you're literally just jumping in between when you've got some time. Enjoy your weekend. It's always a sensible plan. Right, over to the terminal. Oh, not that terminal. Let's do that instead. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's back where we were. Okay, so git remote. I need to replace the git remote. I can't remember how to do it. Remote, not remove. Set URL fork git. Oh no, add. I'm adding this. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I might as well add it as origin. Git remote remove origin. Git remote add origin. There. I can probably call the other one upstream later. So push. Oh no. Yeah, I need to commit stuff first. Initial library for disassembler. Ooh, too many. Okay. Push to my fork. Right, that should now be visible to people. With that, I'm going to go and take a very short break, maybe about 5 to 10 minutes or so, and just have a relax, grab something to eat, and probably fill my pineapple juice some more. But you will also be able to see I've now got something up on GitHub, so you can have a look at that and see what I've done and how bad it was. Yeah, so about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes or something, and I'll take a break. 2 minutes for a break. There we go, in tiny little writing. All right, see you in a mo. Oh, and a cup of tea would be a good idea. Right, microphone should be back on. Nice and relaxed. Take a moment or two just to feel the world and all that jazz. Okay. So, I have 7 watches apparently. Wow. That is shocking. Okay, I keep wanting to go and put my headphones on, but I don't need to. It's somewhat novel. Largely just chatting to myself. Well, kind of chatting to myself, you know what I mean. Okay, so what we've got now is a very simple disassembles one file. No, not one file, one word. And the code that does it is, let's say, rudimentary. But that's fine, because all we want to do is actually just like get it to work. I'm a little confused as to what the actual syntax is of this library. So we've got here two objects there. We've got basically, I guess that's a structure, and then there's a string that you can use as well. I wonder if there's a free function for that as well. Let's have a quick look. Header. So this is the main structure that it's got. Which I'm presuming it must populate with all the values. This is kind of like the capstone decoded instruction structure, I think. And then there's a string. Yeah, which looks like it's got a mnemonic, some arguments, some shift, and then the total instruction. Interesting. Right, okay, so you can you got them decomposed into those particular parameters and the whole thing as well. We called DARM init at the beginning. Oh, we can reinitialize that. This function is called right before using any of the disassembly routines. We shouldn't need to use it. There's an ARM v7 one and a thumb one. Okay. And a thumb2 instruction one as well. We're not going to be using the thumb2 ones at the moment. Might not even use the thumb ones. The way of doing that just codes the instruction. Actually, that's a good point. It doesn't. Hang on. Disassembles an instruction, determines the instruction set based on the address, and determines thumb or thumb2 mode based on the instruction itself. It takes two ARM 16 words as the 16 and the second word. So it could be ARM or the thumb or ARM v7, and returns the number of words. So that's kind of similar to how I've done it in Pyro for its disassembly code as well, and actually in the Python disassembly library as well. I'm assuming that the address isn't ever decoded, so we never actually get it actually starts using PC comma blah for program counter relative indexing rather than giving me the explicit address. That might mean we need to do some decoding. That's no big deal on this side. We can also do these things. Okay. Right. So, what I'd like to do is to get a small program that does some disassembly. So this is probably going to take another, like, I would say maybe another half hour. It's probably going to be an hour then. because I'm always underestimating my times. So what I'm going to do is try and get it so that we can disassemble a file. And we've already got some files for disassembly in Pyromaniac anyway. So I'm just going to go and pull one of those up. So there we go, another login. That text is a bit small, isn't it? Yeah, so let's just, if I just swap them. No, I just, yeah, okay. A bit bigger text, please. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I want to go back into projects, RISC OS, Pyromaniac, which I can't spell, test code. Somewhere in here, there's the debugger test code. There's the thumb code that I use. Actually, I don't know. Tests debugger. Where's dumpy? Oh, we only dump hello world. Interesting. Surely I should be disassembling more than that. Ah, there we go. You load ARC64 in there. Debugger thumb. Oh, maybe it's just called debugger. Let's have a look. S/debugger. No, that program is literally doing the disassembly, but it includes all the instructions in it. Ah, that's why, because I actually run it directly that way. Oh well, that's not a big deal. I mean, I can always try and disassemble that entire program, and that will give me something. So let's just copy it. Easy enough. Copy bin slash. Actually, we'll copy both the debugger and debugger thumb code. External ports diarm, sorry, into the RISC OS directory. Okay, and pop back here. Yeah, so now we've got the debugger and the debugger thumb code. Okay, and actually I'm going to move those to be debugger FFC and debugger as FFC is the file type for that. I am assuming that people can actually hear me and all that, but well, if you can't, then oops, oh, I've lost my picture. You can't see my wonderful face. How very sad, or good. Refusing to move to the top. Oh, it's probably not that it's probably because of how I've merged it. Oh, excuse me. Ah, because normally, yes, normally I'd move the window so it wasn't obscuring me, wasn't I? Hadn't I? I put it up there, and now you can't see a thing. Yeah, that'll do. Not that anybody cares. Thank you very much for that. Bless you. Righty. So I want to read a file and do the disassembly. So let's give that a whirl and see whether we can actually do that. So let's copy this. duplicate my example code as this file. It's not especially imaginative, but let's give it a whirl anyway. Right, no, not that one. This file, disassemble a single file. Date is 16th of June 2024. All right. Oops, went a bit far. Right. Okay. I have an example. This is the disassemble file. And this is the header for how it works. Okay. So I have to remember that I'm writing in C now and not in C in Python. Talia says, "Oh, we care." Yes, we do. We all care. I know you care about me. If it's not equal to 1, syntax. Wow, I really can't write code. Okay. I'm going to keep these as global state, I think, because I don't really need them to be local to this particular bit of code. There we go, problem solved. All it is now is just a simple problem of actually writing the code. Right, open the file, open file name for reading as binary. If not return, now we've got to report an error. Oh, actually, yeah, error. That's a good idea. File not found. It might not be a file not found, but that's good enough right now. So, oops. Read error message. No, not Python. Okay. Oops. Actually, we might as well use uint 32 for the word. While not end of file for the file we're reading. Freed. I cannot remember the syntax for freed. think it's freem. Fread. Destination, size, number of items, and then the stream. Destination is into Word. Size is going to be 4. Number of items is 1. And the stream is F. If we didn't read one item, we're done. If it's a little bit short on the end of the file, we'll just return. Okay. Oh, I also want a counter for the offset into the file that we're at. The address. Let's have that as a uint 32 as well. Address equals 0. If address, no, not if address. If, come on. If file name contains comma ff8, right, so if it's an absolute file, we'll start set from 8000. So this is the word that we just read. There's the thing. So we've read a word, so let's print it out, shall we? So printf the address that we're at, the word that we've just read. So address, the word. I'm not doing a dump of the text characters yet. I mean, we could do that, but I'm just trying to be as simple as I can for this. Then we try disassembly, and we can do the text here. That doesn't look quite right. Space. Yeah. Otherwise, so if it didn't decode it, I'm just going to print the string undefined instruction. Undefined instruction. The end of the loop, increment the address by 4. And we're done. Okay. Chance of that working first time, pretty low, but we'll give it a whirl. So I just want to copy the example makefile as makefile this file. And then we'll just do some bits here. Call the component this file as well. And then instead of building example, we build this file. Okay then. This file. Build it! It broke! Oh, I called read rather than fread. Where's it gone? This file. fread. Right, so it didn't know exit, didn't know strustra. Let's just fix that by including studlib.h and string.h. Okay, let's have a see. Command, yeah, command. We don't need the backtrace on this one. We're going to do this file. So this one should give me an error saying you didn't give enough parameters. Or it could crash. I mean, that's true. That's good as well. Oh, what? That kind of looks like I passed in the parameter null. So I'm guessing. Oh, yeah. argc includes the initial command parameter. That's why. Yay, okay. Debugger. Actually, maybe I should have started with something a bit more simple. Ooh. Actually, that's not too bad. I mean, it's slow, but that's probably Pyro rather than anything else. Obviously, there's the indentation and things like that that aren't quite right, but we can sort that out. Yeah, I'm smelling success as well. Right. Yeah. Okay. So I get the idea. You can stop now. Yeah. With that in mind, let's copy across Hello World instead. As Hello World, FFC. Right, let's do, because then it'll be a little bit shorter and we won't have to worry about it. Hello World. Okay, I can't spell. Ooh, I've got T as well. Well, this is quite interesting syntax here. Adra for plus 28. I mean, is that normal? I mean, I don't know. Modern ARM syntax. Is that normal ARM syntax? Do I need to like do a bunch of processing on that? So here we've got SWI number 43, it's called here, which is odd. I don't. What should I be seeing? SWI2, OS write 0. New line. OS generate error, that's what it's doing there. Okay. Okay, well that's not terrible. Right. So it would be nice if I actually had this extra stuff as well, so I could actually report on things. But not too bad. Yeah, and obviously the end section of this, because it's all text, is not coming out. Actually, should I do this bit just so I've got them looking exactly the same? I could do. Why not? If we're going to make something useful, let's actually do something that is going to be useful. So let's do that bit as well. So we're going to step through each byte in it. And yeah, we'll just step through each byte in it from 0 through to 4. I is less than 4, I plus char value equals word shifted left 8 bits times the byte we're trying to get out. This is little engine, remember, so we want the lowest section first, and then we end it with OXFF, although that is redundant as we're assigning it to a char. Try and get me things the right way around. Right, so if value is less than 32, dot, else if value is 127, dot, and we might as well print out all the top bit set stuff just as it is. So printf sense value, and then at the end we just do printf. I think that should make them line up with the old one as well. So if I do a build, wherever my build command's gone, there you go, build, implicit narrowing cast. That's because I've cast a unsigned int to a word, to a char rather. Print it out, run it, there we go, not debugger, I want to do hello world. Because it's a bit shorter. There we go. Which is a little different to how it looks in the dumpy one, because that's being more conservative and not printing out the top bit set stuff. But we can get away with it here. I reckon we can still tidy this up. Actually, no. Let's checkpoint it now. So we've got an extra file in here. And we've got some example files. So I'll just add the FEC files as well. Oops, FC, sorry. Right. Created a simple disfile tool to disassemble a file. Example files have okay, so that's now pushed. Okay, so what I was going to do was try and tidy up the output, because the output we've got at the moment it doesn't line up the instructions as nicely as we'd like. So I'd like all of these instructions to be indented so that they're more like these ones here. We can probably do the capitalization as well and so on, but right now I just want to get them so that they look indented in the same way, because that's how we read code most of the time when we do disassemblies. It says undefined instructions. Does it say undefined in the other one? No, it is. No, that's the same one. That gives it an STCL. I have no idea what an STCL is. I'm assuming that's a store to coprocessor LV. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, store to coprocessor L, whatever L means, with vset. That's what that's doing. Yeah, I don't know my coprocessor instructions that well. So only when I need to use them, I look them up. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to do some indentation stuff. That's good because there's a broken down version of this already. If we have a look in darm, which is here, the string representation has it as mnemonic, set of arguments, shift, and then the total entire string. So I presume I should be able to do the mnemonic and then some alignment and then each of the arguments. I imagine. What do we reckon? Do I need those to be comma separated or something? I'm not actually sure. I don't know what the arguments are. I think I might just be lazy to begin with. Yeah, I think I might just be lazy to begin with, and we'll just handle the mnemonic indentation, and then we'll worry about the rest. So we've now got this. This is going to have given me the string. Instead of just printing out the str.total, we're going to do mnemonic here. So actually, what we'll do is we'll do. Yeah, I can spell. Mnemonic. Right. If strcomp. Oops. If it's an SVC instruction, we'll just twiddle that. Actually, if how big is it? 12. Copying it. Three. Yes, I know that's already the same character. There we go. Just make it into a SWI. We'll sort other bits out later. What else? Yes, so I want to indent this, don't I? So, minus 12s. Is it 8s? I don't know what we do normally. So I'll get the mnemonic with the indentation. The -8 means align it to the left, so the space padding is on the right. And then I'm going to just do this with move to the end of mnemonic. Ooh, that's not right, is it? That's probably going to be pretty ugly, but let's give it a whirl anyway. Actual type int mismatches format %s. Okay. That should be an ampersand there. I want the address of where that character is. Well, that was not correct. Yep, we're trying to read from 0 page. It's not good. Did I not build it? I did build it. No, I mustn't have built it. Oh well, there we go. And if we compare that to the dumpy version, I've got an extra space. Let me just take this space. Except that one, he does need the space on there. I'll just take the space out of here, and then it'll come out exactly the same. Okay, so not perfect by any means, but it is working. So I wonder what we can do now. We can commit it. That's what we can do. Actually, before we go and I'll commit it. Disk file. This file tool now aligns to 8 characters. Okay, and it's pushed so you can have a look at it. I wonder if I should get it auto building as well. I'll put in the CI. Is that worth doing right now? I mean, if I did it right now, it would end up with it building and us seeing the actual results coming out. No, I'll leave that for another day. I'll leave that for another day. It seems like a good idea, but not right now. So what's the other thing we want to do? So I'd like the instructions to be in capitals, because that will match up better with the styling we've got here and what's expected from RISC OS users. So that's pretty easy. Just quickly do that. Yeah, we'll just do it here. Actually, that's not right. Keep that. The Bitcoin miner's got to be built in automatically by the C compiler. It's a hidden part of the C compiler. It just chucks in. Why do you think it's 50k already? It's not. Sorry, that was Dave suggesting that I add in a Bitcoin miner as well, because that'd be easy as well. Oh, we've got Paolo here as well. I'm being surprised. I'm easily surprised though. No, I didn't mean that one. Too many things in my history. Build it. Oh, I haven't included C types. Let me just include C types. Come on, where's my blooming build command gone? There it is. Oh, it's called C type. Yeah, I only decided last night that I was going to do this. I had basically a play with things to see whether I could actually work with OBS and do stuff. So that's why the announcement came a bit late. Otherwise, I'd give people a bit more notice. But also, it gives me a chance to play around with this and see whether it actually is going to work as a thing. Because I mean, what 2 hours 40 now, and we've got, well, a simple disassembly of a file here. And hi, Rick. Okay. Right. Too many bones in that pineapple juice. I do like the idea of doing live coding, but it does mean you've got to have some sort of dedicated time to do it and potentially for people to watch. But on the other hand, you get a video out of it at the end, so yay. And you also get to practice talking inanely as you're explaining what you're doing, which is also kind of fun. Right, my next thing was, let's just get that in, capitalize. Wouldn't normally do this sort of thing, but there you go. Oh, he's here. He's here. So he can bet he'll probably come along to yours as well. I've already forgotten what I was doing. Right, yes, that was what I was doing, yes. So we've also got a thumb disassembler in here. So let's work out how to use the thumb disassembler and see if we can use that as well. Right, let's see. I'll put the thumb at the end, actually. Yeah, I realise the text may be a little bit small, but if I make it much different, it's going to be more of a problem. I've also fixed myself to 4:3 because of the monitor that I'm on. So if you've got any comments and thoughts about the resolution, the size of the text, the lag, speed at which I'm going, anything like that, do feel free to say, because, well, I'm learning. This is not something that I've actually done before. I've done pair programming before, but not. You don't tend to narrate yourself quite so much in pair programming. Right. I'm just going to be lazy here. Can't spell. Good. I'm glad the audio is good as well. It sounded okay when I was testing it last night, but then I'm a little bit more used to hearing my own voice out of this and going, yeah, it's good enough. That's not right. Yes, I should probably use a get-opt or something similar, but right now I'm just wanting it to work. And actually that should be... Thumb. Bear in mind that I have no idea how thumb works, so in this disassembler anyway. Oh no. Yeah, I can't imagine how bad it would be on yeah, smaller screens like 480 or 360. Little bit painful, I imagine. So you guys say that you've got obviously some connections. I keep getting disconnected from the chat, which may mean that I'm actually streaming a little bit too high a bit rate, or my machine's just overwhelmed, which I think is also possible. So this is the instruction size. Instruction size here. Right, so this is going to be slightly different if we can't disassemble it. Where's the README gone? Yeah, because the README said... Oh, I thought it said how to do it. Maybe it wasn't in the README, maybe it was in the header file. Header files here. Ah, right, yes. Disassemble a thumb instruction, just with an int16. Oh, well, that's easy. That's really easy. Okay, let's just pop back to this bit here. I'll just put a OK equals 1. Only when it fails. Right, if we're in thumb mode. Actually, no, we'll set it OK to true if it's... I can tidy this up later, it's not a big worry. And what's the viewing? 16. We got something. Oh, the lag on this is very annoying. Would anybody really care if I didn't have my camera on? Because I suspect that would like make it a bit speedier for me. Right, so that should now let us have arm or thumb decoding. Still that narrowing cascade. 53, let's just make that explicit, shall we? Just so that I lose that warning. That's better. Right, so regular disassembly of Hello World. Well, the camera is actually attached to all of the inputs that I've got, so I'd have to disable it on everything. And I don't really know how easy that would be to do. That didn't look right. That looks like it's tried to disassemble it as thumb again. Don't talk about food. I'm starting to get hungry. Oh, I got me sweeties. Right. If it's thumb, then do thumb disassembly. Otherwise, do arm disassembly. Surely that's right. If it's thumb, only read 2 bytes, otherwise read 4. Oh, actually, no, that hasn't disabled it. On the other hand, it won't be encoding anything. Right, I'll just leave it like that for a little bit and see how we get on. I've forgotten what I was doing. Right, I was looking at whether we were actually doing this with thumb. Yes, so we got thumb. Hang on, what? No, those look like ARM instructions. No, those are thumb instructions. It thinks we're in thumb mode. What have I done? I forced thumb on all the time. That's what I've done. Right, and the other bit was, why were we printing out so many digits? I'll come back to that. Yeah, you spotted it, you guys. I should have looked at you, and you're down there, by the way. I'm pointing to you, but you can't see me because I've turned this off. It does seem a bit faster. I mean, it's not hugely better. Right, that looks okay. Now try minus thumb. Oh, of course, it's this bit. This bit's the bit I was getting confused by. It's, yeah, we don't need to print out quite as much there. Trace if thumb. Oops, too far. Okay, that will make me feel better now. That looked like thumb, so let's go and throw it, give it some thumb code. Debugger thumb code. This is just a file that's got a lot of example instructions in thumb. That looks not unreasonable. I think I'm reasonably happy with that. If I try dumping this with thumb, yeah, that looks similar. Interesting that Capstone uses the expanded form here of all the registers, but this new library doesn't use the expanded form. It uses the restricted one. With the groupings. Okay. Right. Yeah, so I've now got thumb working. I've just poked my glasses and now I can't see. So there's still some problems with this, like it using this syntax here for relative addressing through PC. And the same goes for branches. If you look further up, you'll see it has this here for that as well. So, well, that's an interesting syntax. Okay, they're clean. Yeah, they're good enough. So now we've got thumb code in. We now support disassembling thumb code. There we go. And that's pushed. For anybody who's not been following from the beginning, which honestly, I don't blame you. This is the repository that I'm using. GitHub.com Gerph darm, D-A-R-M. It's a fork of another one. So you can actually see the code that I'm pushing up as I'm doing it and see how it's working or not working or whatever. Yeah, that's where it's going. Okay, this has gone quite well. What I'd like to do now is replace this segment here of the code, all the bit from there down to about here, which does the work out what the disassembly should be into a function. I want to refactor that into a function so that I can call it and just say, here's your word, do it for me. So I'm going to go and do that. That's not going to be too hard. It'll take probably a few minutes. And then I'm going to start to pull that out into a separate file. I've not switched the window. Thank you very much. I have to keep remembering to do this. It's that key there. There you go. That's the section I'm talking about. I'm no good. Can't remember everything, can I? Right, let's put the camera back on because I don't think it's really helped or hindered anything. I think the bigger problem is the fact that I've got a number of different screens that it's capturing at once. It's probably the bigger deal. This is, as I say, the first time I have done this live, and maybe using multiple screens is actually a bad idea. Maybe I should just try and move things around. But yeah. Dave says, I've got to say, yo, 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 what's up, guys? Yeah, there you go. That's what you're getting. It's all good. Right. Gonna have just a couple of minutes break because I've been drinking far too much juice and I need to go to the toilet now. Be back in a second. So the suggestion is I should also mention Patreon a dozen times, and do give us a like. Yes, sorry, like and subscribe. That's the thing everybody says. I remember seeing somewhere, this is entirely unrelated, but I remember seeing one of the videos that one parent's daughter had been put to bed, and she said, like and subscribe, because she'd got the idea that that was how you say goodbye from watching videos. Which is kind of cute, actually, and very, very sad as well. That's the way it goes, I suppose. Right. Let's do this. It should be dead easy, this, surely. Surely. All I'm doing is refactoring a tiny bit of code. I'm also trying to think on the next thing I want to do, so... yeah, it'll take a while. Oh, address plus equals 4. That's wrong. That should be address plus equals inst size. Right. Const char star. Right. So the uint 32t. This is the word that we got. Uint 32t address. This is the address we've got, and this is the whether it's thumb. Yeah, all that is good. I mean, we don't need to know the address just yet, but once I start correcting for those relative addresses, so there is thumb and there is thumb2 settings in there, but I'm not really doing very much with them. I'm hoping that once I've got something that's working, other people will be able to take this somewhere as well and be able to do things with it. I mean, I've now written the disassembler that goes into Capstone, that interprets Capstone and is used in Pyromaniac and RISC OS DumpI, the library, as well. So I've done this a few times and I have a particular way of thinking about it. It should also be possible for us to do the Debugger Plus extensions as well, I would have thought. Once there's a static buffer. And there's also comments on this. So we should have comments for whatever the heck Debugger reports comments on. Things that are undetermined, unpredictable, or whatever. It warns you about those things. I haven't done that in Pyro at all. It's like, yeah, you're just getting disassembly and that's it. Buffer. That's 128 characters. That's more than it was expecting anyway. And then we do an sprintf in here rather than a regular printf. Buffer. Remove the /n. Printf instruction, and then return the buffer. Yeah, that'll do. So star dis equals dis word. Have I put too many s's in there? Word address, and then whether it's thumb. This. No, something else. Is that all it needs? Build it? Yeah, you kind of... I'm inventing stuff. I'm doing... completely useless. const char star. Need to write it into the buffer. And what was the other one? Oh, and printf. Where have I got printf? Oh, there. Well, that was pretty stupid. See you, Rick. Have a good afternoon. OK declared but not used. Well, that's handy. Oh, that's 'cause it's in this function, isn't it? So I can get rid of that one. Where have I put OK? There we go. Right. Now do the disassembly. And hello world as well. Okay, so one nice thing we could do is we could actually decode the SWI numbers as well. Oh, hang on, let me. The SWI numbers. Now, to get out the SWI numbers, I'm not quite sure how we do that. I'm assuming that the SWI numbers will be somewhere in this structure because they'll have been decoded. This is just a list of the flags in the destination, first up and down. Maybe it just comes out as the immediate operand? I mean, that would be very handy if it did. Let's just have a see. D dot, was it im? I think it was im. Build. I'm not writing Python code. Actual type long mismatches. Okay, fair enough. Two, three, 2B. Yes, that's awesome. So the operands we've got out for the SWIs do look like to be they're exactly the right ones. So that wasn't what I wanted to do. I want to go to this one. What we can do here is we can build the string, update the strings. The SWI number is in the strings. It's in the d.im. Ooh, but we're actually going to want to. Okay, let's start args. Oh, no, strut up mnemonic, sorry. So this will get us the regular args, but we can also have a little static one here that we can copy it into. So yeah, I'm gonna have to have a static string here. I miss having declared variables anywhere. SWI name. Oh, actually, the SWI name comes back as a. If SWI name equals lookup SWI. If SWI is not equal to null, args equals SWI name. And then we replace this bit with the arguments. Right, and then we can do the lookup of the SWI, which should be very easy. Const char lookup SWI for unsigned or SWI number from name to name. I have no idea. Okay, time to go to the PRMs. Find SWI number to string. That's the one I want. Right. So SWI number pointer to buffer, buffer length. Number, buffer, length. And I don't care about length, do I? Because all I want is... Oh, it does populate into my buffer. Oh, right, okay. Well, if it populates into my buffer, I can actually pass it the buffer in. It's not static. Okay. Number, buffer, length. Back to the place we were working. That was to string. SWI number. Const jar. Not const jar. Jar buffer. 64. Actually make it 128, that's fine. SWI number, buffer, length. Kernel loss error, is it? Or is it just kernel error? I don't know. It'll tell me. R equals the SWIs file. I've probably got something wrong here. Okay. Miss me semicolon because I'm not writing Perl. and it's a const char star. Hang on. And I had a const error because I was not, yeah, SWI name there is a const. It's possible that should be a const char star as well. So it's in somebody else's structure. Returning a non-static char buffer. Where was I returning it non-static? I'm returning a non-static char buffer. That's bad. Thank you. That was not what I intended to do at all. Thank you. There we go. We've got SWI names in it now. How cool is that? I'm not sure that having X user and user as being the SWI names is so useful. We might want to actually put numbers in there. But for now, this is good enough. Fortunately, Dave did spot that mistake. Thank you very much. It does also mean that I'm now going to want to build Dave Thomas into my linting system at work. I'll just send him SMSs with all of the code every time we need to lint things. I see no problem with that. Okay, if. So we've added in the SWI code. Yeah. Added in decoding SWIs. We can now disassemble SWI numbers as names. Okay, and push that as well. I didn't push the last one, sorry. Right, it's time to do exciting and fun and thrilling things. We're going to rip these bits out of here into another library. Or am I going to do that? Or am I just going to copy them? Or am I going to just not care? I'm not going to care. That's what I'm going to do. Right, RISC OS project, create, type is module, name is debugger, yeah, that's it. It's like C module, not module. Okay, love makefile module. Right, where's it gone? I need to go to here. Right. Makefile module. Debugger. SWIs. I don't need half of these files. All I need is well, actually, all I'm going to need is veneer, I'm going to call it. O.veneer. But I think I'm going to build O. RODIS, RISC OS disassembly. And we'll create that in here. New file, RODIS. Pick up all of this. So here. Oops, no, wrong one. That's the one. Rodis. Still the 16th of June 2024. Hash. What do we need? We need string .h, and we don't need studio, do we? Because we're not going to be using that. Oh, we do need studio because I'm using sprintf. Oh, and I used C types as well. There we go. And of course I need including DARM. So this should be the only file that actually accesses DARM, and this file shouldn't need to access it anymore. It should just be able to use Rodis, which of course I've got to create. New file, Rodis. Pick up all of that. Put it in here, get rid of all of that. Ooh. I didn't quite mean to do that, but it's good enough. Tim Rodis, I think's who you're thinking of there. Tim Rodis? Seems to ring a bell. Oh, we also need don't need that. Yeah, so David has suggested that there was a Rodis who used to work on RISC OS. That's what we were talking on. Okay, I'm now in, this is Rodis, this is this file, which should be very simple now, which means that the makefile dis file also needs to include o.rodis, and if I rebuild it, it should work exactly the same. Or not. Oh yeah, I missed SWIs. Yeah, that, and I've probably not closed the bracket or something. Okay, back to Rodis in here. Extra. It likes us to have a new line at the end of the file as well. Ooh. Line 41, D. Oh, I declared those as static, didn't I? So, yeah, they need to move into here because we shouldn't have them in there anymore. They're now static in Rodis. If I try running it, it still works. Good. So we have something working. This is what matters. Oh, you know the thing I didn't do? I didn't build a skeleton when I told it to go and build the project, which is frustrating because it means I didn't get a CMHD file. So let's just go back to there. Where's my skeleton? There we go. I can remove the make file now because it doesn't matter. And if I just update my source files. Oops. We now have a CMHD directory, and we should also have a module directory, which I'm going to rename to be veneer. I'm going to rename it, please. Take your time. Don't feel fine. Okay. Module debugger initialized. Debugger dying. You know, I can never remember how to work these things, but oh, we haven't got a version num file. Let's create one. What was the one already created for us? There was one created for us at 0.01. Good. So that's good. What we want is to define some SWIs. So I don't know what SWI-based debugger is at. Let us have a look, shall we? 40380. I'm not going to set up the errors just yet. Finalization, international code, SWI handler code. I don't actually want SWI handler code because I'm going to provide individual SWIs. And I think, and the code, the functions are disassemble /SWI disassemble, and the other one is disassemble thumb. There we go. Right, let us build that. Let's get some new module. Include mod head wouldn't open. Well, that's correct because I've made changes and haven't updated the file. Veneer relies on mod head. I could have called it module, but oh yes, of course. So we haven't got any libraries in there that we need. So I just need to make sure that the libraries are pulled in. So if I go back to my dis file, I should be able to just pick up the library definition and dump that in there. And the includes definition, where's it gone? Here. Includes definition as well. And put that in here. Right. And I have a module. It doesn't do anything, but I have a module. How big is it? 55K. Bit big, but who cares? And it doesn't do anything yet, which is always also a little bit of a problem. Interestingly, though, I've just defined some SWI entry points, and it didn't give me errors about it, which is interesting. H project refresh rules mod head, because yeah, we have these two functions I need to implement now. In veneer. Actually, I don't want to just implement these. I need to implement memory I as well, don't I? I mean, I should do all the commands, but at the moment I'm just wanting something that kind of works, or even vaguely works would be good enough. Disassemble. So, of course, parameters to disassemble are right here. instruction to disassemble, and the address to assume it came from. And we return a buffer containing a null terminated text, hence why I've made that static not so long ago, and the length of the disassembled line, which is just a strlen of that. So this should be very, very simple. Well, hopefully it should be very simple. So what we get is uint 32. I'm not including it here, am I? Yeah, we'll include it. Word equals r to r bracket naught. Let's cast that. And the second one is the address, which is also a uint 32. And I should have cast that as well. And then we call rodis to do things, which I've already forgotten how we do. We call disassemble word. Oh, and we get back a string, don't we? So just our s, oops, no. Equals that. This is definitely not thumb because we're in this SWI. The address is the address we were given. And the word is the word we were given. Oh! And then we return with R to R1 containing the address. I'll find out what type that is in a moment. R to R bracket 2 equals strlen. And no error. And disassemble thumb takes exactly the same parameters. Unfortunately, I don't have disassemble thumb in the debugger documentation because we just haven't updated the docs just yet, so I can't show you it in the PRMs. That's exactly the same, but the word is thumb. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? It's going to fall apart in a big heap. Build a module. Yeah, that's the sort of heap we were looking at. So all we really need to do there is just include studint. Oh, yeah, you also need to include rodis, otherwise we can't use it. Oops, get the case right. Quite losing. Okay, so a couple of things there. Yeah, that's coming back as a const char star, fair enough. Inventing strlen, yeah, we can fix that. Rebuild. And implicit cast a pointer to int, yeah, we'll just cast it back to the int again, because these are strings. I mean, strictly, this is a really bad interface. We shouldn't be doing it this way, but we can get around that. There's ways of doing that in the future that can be fixed up. Because, of course, this is not safe, really, to do this. Your pointers going back to the module. Okay, we have a debugger module. Load module rm32/debugger command basic. You know what? Something seems a little wrong there. That's an object file. No, it's not even an object file. What is... What? That's put the function definitions before the CMHG. Are we actually linking with CMHG? Oh, that's not the right command. Oh, I think I know what I've done. Yeah, I forgot to include mod head in the build file. Yeah, there we go. It's missing the mod head. So that's actually a bug in RISC OS project, I guess, because it didn't generate me that. Or maybe it did, and I deleted all the file, all the references when it built that. So I think that's probably not on me. There we go. But it does tell you that you've got like the invalid module and why it's invalid, which at least is something good. Alrighty. Right. If you remember, the test was 42, 42, 42, 42. Sys debugger disassemble. No disassemble. The word is, oh yeah, it actually wants the word in this form. And then the address it came from, which might as well be 9000, but doesn't matter. Print a string. Oh, yeah, print a string. Well, there you go. We have a disassembler module that can now execute disassemble SWIs. It's not good, but it's working. So, I think what we should do now is go and commit it. Diff. Oh, not diff, sorry, status I meant. Because there's a bunch of things I need to add. Version num, makefile module, c/rodis, c/veneer, cmhg, hmodhead, h/rodis. And disignore, let's just add in rm32 as well, rm/star and rm32/star. Okay. We implement the SWIs of the debugger module up to RISC OS 4 level. There's no star commands implemented and none of the environment is set up properly. Okay, and with that, that's 3 hours 40 minutes. I think I might have had enough now. I think it's gone quite well. This is the point I wanted to get to, so that we actually had this present. If I do another session, I think what I'll do is I might go and try to add in the additional commands so we can do all the disassemblies and the like. So finally, why am I doing this? So the reason for wanting to implement Debugger is because it's one of the modules that's in assembler, and there's no reason for it to be in assembler. It may as well be in whatever you like. I mean, we could have implemented this using Capstone, but Capstone is a GPL component, and you can't have GPL components in modules. So this is a BSD library. It's publicly available. Yes, it's quite an old one. It has been written by somebody else. But the point is that the C-Rodis file can now be replaced with another implementation that uses some other disassembler, and it will work just fine. Or it can be extended to use other things. We can make it do more advanced implementations in the future and add in the comments and other bits and pieces that we might want to do. Yes, it needs the shared C library, but who cares? Shared C library is just a C library. We could actually build out a C library that was just simple. Paolo's ported one of the small C libraries. Usually what I do is I just replace all the printfs with a very simple implementation that uses just the most basic of things. We might need some additional stuff in there. In fact, I don't even know if this uses malloc at all. Grep from malloc. I'll have a look in there. Yeah, this is actually completely static memory usage, which is actually kind of handy. A lot of the libraries usually end up with some sort of malloc. Actually, that wasn't sufficient. I should have checked calloc as well. Possibly realloc. No, nothing. So it's entirely static, which is quite handy, which was not something I knew before I selected this library. Okay, so I am done. Does anybody have any particular questions, thoughts, things they want to ask and say or have a play with? I mean, this is all published up as well, so you can have a look at it. Yes, of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you've come this far in the video, I'm fine with that. That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to stick around and just have a drink for a little bit because I don't know how long the lag is between my talking and this coming out your end. So, yeah. All good. Yeah. The next session of this won't be for another couple of weeks at least because I'm busy next weekend. I may do some stuff on an evening. I'm probably not doing Rogel tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow, isn't it? Because I've got other things on. Got some thanks from people, Paolo and Armbites there, and yeah, David says cheers as well. All right, if there's nothing else, I'll see you all later. I'll be around for a little bit. I'm going to just have a relax and what have you. But yeah, I may even go for a walk after this because I think it's quite sunny out there. I can feel it on my arms. See you later, Armbites. I suppose I should go and post on the open forums to say my presentation's over and the results of it. Let's go do that now. I do hope everybody's enjoyed it anyway. I'm assuming this is all recorded and it will be able to be replayed by people, so otherwise it would have been a bit frustrating, but I think so. ported an ARM disassembler from GitHub to work on RISC OS, and as a library, then built assemble Thank everybody. Thanks for everyone coming to chat. It's really nice to see. Okay, we're done. Thank you all. See you all another time. Bye.